Well, hello. Welcome to week 8 in our course Introduction to Christian Ethics with the Center for Ministry. I would love to tell you that I am excited about this week, but I'm going to miss you all. You have blessed me so richly. I have learned a great deal from you, and it looks on the discussion forum that you've learned a great deal from one another. So I just hope that you'll continue with your learning, particularly in this most important subject. I hope, too, that you have not found this to be the boring or the dreadful course that you might have thought it could be, because it is an ethics course. If you're pursuing ministry in the Christian church, Disciples of Christ, with luck, you have fulfilled at least most, if not all but one, of the requirements, the objectives towards ministry in the ethics, skill and practice. We have talked about the historical development of Christian ethics. We have related resources from scripture and tradition to specific ethical issues today, ones that are practical because they're specific issues that you are having to address in your community and in your congregation. You have shown that you can lead in ways that call forth ethical conduct among individuals and groups within the church. You have shown that you know what the ministerial code of ethics is, and you've gone beyond that by stating what your own code of ethics is, and you are now capable of leading in those ways and adhering to that ministerial code of ethics. You can teach effectively about issues of justice as issues of ethics as core concerns to our faith as Christians. You have addressed ethical issues that are raised by culturally embedded racism, sexism, heterosexism, classism, all those pieces. And don't forget other isms. We pick our isms of the day. We look especially at particular isms, but never forget that there's ageism, there's bodyism, economic ism, and religious faithism as well. And I know you know of others. Never forget that, and don't let others forget that either. Don't let the people around you just hone in on whatever their favorite ism may be. And you are able to now describe the role that personal, communal experience and cultural perspective play in ethical reasoning and being able to apply a variety of approaches. We've talked about boundaries within our congregations, our own boundaries, and you do need to take a boundaries course. My thinking is that is the final objective in this tradition and practice. And so I want to make sure, if you have not already, that you get a boundaries training. You may need to take a pro-reconciliation training in your region or in your conference, and I want to put that in front of you to make sure that you do that and that you comply with what your denomination requires. Do that and do it well, and bring what you know, the broadness of your training and who you are, to that table. Well, as we move into this final session, I want us to end by your being able to put forth any questions that you may have. So what kind of questions, what kind of issues, what's out there on the table that you may need to ask, or you would like to address in some way? Anything that we have not addressed that is relevant to Christian ethics, anything that you would like to put out there on the table. Your reading this week is the table of contents in green. The reason you're reading the table of contents is so that you can look at the different power keys that you want to consider that are going to be challenges for you in your ministry. Don't forget that your final paper is going to be looking at 3 of the 48 laws of power that Green identifies in his book, because I believe we said in last week's discussion forum that he's added now one, which I know is loneliness, but I keep seeing references to a 50th law. So you may know what that is out there. But I want you to stick to the 48 that are in his book and decide what 3 are going to cause the most threat, or do pose the most threat to your ability to be integrous, to act ethically, to remain integriously ethical in each of your relationships and in your present and future responsibilities, be they in ministry or in a different sector of your life. And for each of those 3 laws, you'll see that there are a number of items that you're going to address. The most important, I believe, to me, is the part of accountability, that you're going to say, on these dates over the next 3 years, I will measure my progress on these commitments that I'm going to be writing under each of these laws, the 3 laws, each of the 3 laws that you choose. And who is it that you're going to be accountable to? So you're going to write down those dates. I want you to put dates and people in there so that, and don't put them just on this piece of paper, put them in your calendar. Put them in your Google Calendar or your iCalendar, whatever calendar you have. So, and put reminders on there so that they will come up. You're going to want to put a reminder there for a month ahead, so you can make the appointment with your accountability partner to go back over this. So make sure you keep this accessible. Each of these accessible and with those dates nearby, so you don't let yourself off the hook. If you'll do that, then I feel like my job is complete, that there will be continued hope into the future. Well, once again, I thank you for this opportunity to get to work with you. I thank you for the opportunities that you give and have given to the Center for Ministry. And my prayer for you is that you continue to discover who you are as the person God has created you to be, that you never forget that God has created you to be a very special someone, a very unique someone, and that Jesus has need for you. Continue to explore, continue to be open, continue to know that we never arrive until we hit death's door and get to pass through it. I'm going to look forward to seeing you someplace, somewhere. Maybe it's going to be at graduation. Woohoo! Take care of yourself. Do something very nice for yourself this last week before school starts for many of you, for many of your children, which is it's starting for you. Take care. Enjoy. Nice things for yourself. I'll see you sooner or later, somewhere. Bye-bye.